Talking, you're looking at the camera. I'm gonna be like, well, I'm feeling left out here. We're actually live, so we're back sunny London, 2012 Rioja Tapas Fantásticas with Simone Silvestre from Marqués de Reinosa. Simone, welcome.
Thank you.
Can you tell us a little bit about what you do?
I work for Leighton's Wine Merchant, so I sell for restaurants and hotels in London.
Fantastic. Can you tell us a little bit of the background, the history? I see right here there's a 50 años, a 50-year tag on this bottle. So give us a little history and background of Marqués de Reinosa.
Yeah, so Marqués de Reinosa, so the winery started 19th century. So Marqués de Reinosa itself was a really important person to Rioja. He was the first person to introduce the Bordeaux techniques and the aging process into Rioja, especially after phylloxera. So the bodega today, it's pretty much cooperative. So it's about 1,000 hectares and really old vines as well. So Marqués de Reinosa got like 4 wines in a range and has a lot of history behind that. But the bodega itself is quite new. It was built in 2001.
Wow, very new.
Yeah. So we're tasting 2 wines today, which I've selected. Will be the white and the Reserva.
What's the style?
The style is very, as I said before, it's Bordeaux techniques, so it's very modern as well. So one good thing about our white is unoaked, so it's really aromatic and very fresh and good acidity, so easy drinking. I think nowadays, when being a salesperson as well, what I find really difficult, people don't really like oaky, heavy white wines. So the great thing about our white Rioja, it's very easy drinking, fresh acidity.
So let's jump in here. This is a 2011.
Yes.
I'll just pour a little bit. Opa. So a light, fresh, unoaked, which is...
So the wine is Viura, so 100% Viura. So the nose is really aromatic. And the palate is quite medium to full body. It's quite full, so got lots of fruits in there. It's really good with tapas. And it's one of the wines because of the fresh and really nice acidity. You can drink on its own and also with food.
So it's a little tropical. It's quite a ripe Viura.
It's very ripe fruits, so tropical. You got a lot of passion fruit, banana, very ripe primary fruits in here.
And it is a rich, opulent style of white Rioja. A lot of white Rioja is very lemony, very crisp, very light.
It is, yeah.
This is much richer. Does it spend any time on the lees?
Yes. So it's not oak at all. It's fermented on instant still, and then it spent about 6 months on the lees. So brings the complex, the texture, and a really nice body on the palate as well. So that's why it's a quite food wine as well.
And I get a lot of almost floral quality from the lees on the nose as well. It's adding a lot of complexity.
Yeah. That's why the nose is quite aromatic, but the palate, you got quite nice body in here. Ripe fruits.
So do you know how 2011 was as a vintage?
Yeah, as a vintage in Rioja, because one good thing to know about Rioja, Marqués de Reinosa, it's located in a Rioja Baja, so it's much warmer. So what brings to the wine, the style of wine in Rioja Baja is much more warm, so the alcohol level will always be higher, and also much more body, creamy wines. So that is the style of wine that Marqués de Reinosa produce.
That's very typical then. This is a very typical wine from the bodega.
Yeah.
And the second wine we have to try today is the 2005 Reserva.
Yes.
So this is a classic Tempranillo blend or 100% Tempranillo?
So it's about 95 Tempranillo and 5 Mazuelo.
Okay.
So it's pretty much Tempranillo. And the wine is aged with a mix of American oak and French oak. So it's about for 36 months of the aging, 40% in American oak and 60% in a French oak. So again, as I mentioned before, it's the Bordeaux style, brings into the wine that nice complexity. On the nose, you get the oaky, but that a really nice smooth on a palate as well. So let's try.
A lot of cherry fruit on the nose, a little candied, almost black cherry fruit. Very bright on entry. Good bright acidity.
It's a good, yeah. It's a really nice and fine, long finishing as well.
Do you know the prices of these here at retail?
On the retail, that would be about $6.75, and that would be about £12.
So very, very fairly priced, value price.
It is, yeah.
And for the Reserva, what are you serving with this? If you're going to drink this,
Salami, definitely, yeah. It's like a tapas.
I would have to say,
food, yeah.
well, you told me a few minutes ago that you're half Italian, so I think that's how the salami
yeah.
came out. Half Brazilian, half Italian. We're eating salami.
Well, but that would go really well. Or a pasta bolognese, yeah?
Okay,
why not?
Even better.
Because, I mean, as you know, Italian food goes really well. Italian wines because of the acidity, and that's why they're all based in tomatoes. And it's the same with this wine as well. Quite a lot of tapas food got the tomatoes and olives, the tapas, and that wine goes really well as well.
So, bright acidity makes these wines very food friendly.
Yes, it is. Even being a reserve, I think it's pretty much, easy drinking. Especially nowadays, it's quite difficult to sell now wines too oaky, and that wine is fantastic.
So you're finding in the UK that there's less appreciation for the Reserva, Grand Reserva oaky style?
Yeah, I think nowadays people just want to buy a wine which they drink now, or if they want to keep, they will spend a bit more money in the wine, and which they will keep, they will aging. So now we got like two fantastic wines, one white which you can drink now, very summery, and also you can have with food, and a really nice Reserva which is easy drinking and really nice and fresh.
So one of the holy grails of the wine world, at least in the U.S., are the millennials. I think you're probably a millennial. The young people getting into wine. Do you find a lot of young people are interested in Rioja?
Yes, it is indeed. Rioja and Portuguese wines nowadays is the top range. Yeah,
That's the
yeah,
hot area?
Yes, it is. Yeah,
It's excellent to be at a festival for one of the hottest wines.
it is indeed. Yeah, yeah.
Well, Simone, thank you so much for
Thank you.
joining us.
Thank you.
For introducing the wines.
Thank you so much.
Cheers.
Cheers.